Sup guys, this is Bibo Alemão from Power 2 Moves, and today I will be talking about how to improve your flares. Before I start, I would like to say that this video will help you to improve your flares, but not how to learn them. There's a lot of videos out there teaching how to learn, but this one is to teach you how to improve your flares.
Question.
Hey man, I was just wondering, what do I need to do to make my flares more clean? Easy, you need to practice your flexibility. If you wish to have your flare with legs wide open, you need to have more flexibility on your legs. You know the straddle sit position, when you sit down with your legs wide open like a straddle? If you improve that flexibility, for sure you're gonna start gaining some form on your flares. But of course, the flexibility by itself is not gonna make your flare clean overnight. There are other things that are involved, such as strength and technique. The technique, I'm gonna be sharing this video very soon, but the strength and flexibility specific for flares, I'm gonna be talking in part 2 from this video. Remember that your flare will reflect up in the air what your body is. If your body is inflexible and weak, that's how your flare will be.
Question.
And what's the technique for my hands? What do I do with my arm? Flare is all about holding your body up in the air while it's moving. You need to swap your hands fast in order to not let your leg hit the ground and drag. So let's say if you start your flare with the right hand, you put your right hand on the ground and then your left. Don't take too long, because if you do that, your feet will touch the ground. And notice that I said fast, but not like desperately, like very fast. If you do this, we make your flare look messy. And when you swap your hands, make sure your hands go close to your body. Some people, they swap hands like this on flares, going like this, like this. If you do this, take ages to touch the ground, and then your flare goes low and hit the ground.
Question.
How about my legs? Where do I kick my legs? Be careful when you say kick, because flare is not just kicks. If you do flares like kick, your flare is gonna be that flare very high in the front, but low at the back. When you do a flare, is one kick and one pulley. For example, if you kick your flare with the right leg, it's gonna be kick, and then you pull your left legs behind, and kick your right leg forwards, pull your left leg behind. So you kick and pull. Also, I know that a lot of people says that you need to kick your leg like towards your ear. That's fine if you're learning flares, but if you wanna perfect it, you need to kick your legs like towards your shoulders and far. Because if you kick towards your ears, your flare is gonna look like those flares they always like. You know what I mean?
Question.
What's the relationship between hands and legs? When I swap my hand, do I kick, or when I kick I swap? How does it work? There is a relationship with hands and legs, and I will explain you right now. But first of all, what leg do you start your flare? I kick with my right. Okay, so if you kick with your right leg, this means that you start your flares on your setup with your right hand on the floor first. So when you put your right hand on the floor, you're gonna kick your right and your left leg forward. But when you put your left hand on the ground, you're gonna bring your left leg backwards in order to go to your other half. It's like this. When you put your right hand, you kick your legs forwards. When you put your left hand, you bring your leg backwards.
Question.
What else can I do? You also can use your hips. Not like this, duh. It's like before, right? It's the same thing, but this time you're gonna use your hips to help you give you more power on your kick. Put your right hand on the floor, you're gonna kick, and then you take your hips forwards. As soon as you put your left hand backwards, you're gonna bring your hip backwards. Not using my hips. Now, as I kick, I'm gonna start using my hips. One more thing to help you with your hips. Please don't ever start with your flares with your feet like this, one next to each other. If you do like this, you're gonna pike. Your right leg should be behind the left. Thank you guys, I think that's all. If you put all those information I gave you on your training, for sure your flare is going to start to improve. And remember, it's not going to fall from the sky. You need to get your ass on training and practice a lot. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, like my page on Facebook, share my video among your friends. Thank you, and I see you next week.